Okay, so now we're in the timeline, and again, we're going to talk about first one of my favorite things in Premiere Pro CS5, which is the introduction of the Ultra keyer. It's ultra fast, haha, ultra cool, and it's got a lot of incredible parameters. It's a vector-based keyer, so a little bit different than Keylight. There are uses for both, and of course, you can always use Keylight in After Effects. But I'm going to show you again how to just take your footage directly off that DSLR and pull some really quick keys, even with marginally lit footage. And as you can see here, this is not the best green screen. It wasn't lit terribly evenly. This was actually just recorded at our beach bash in Dubai, but I'm going to show you again how very quickly even I can get a pretty decent looking key. So again, just to kind of show you here, this happens to be, this is 1080p footage, 24 frame. And if we just play a little bit of this back, you can kind of see what it looks like.
Adobe Beach Bash 2010 for Adobe Middle East.
Okay, so this is my friend Summer. So again, we're currently viewing this at quarter res, but you'll notice the pause res is at full, nice and sharp, makes everything look great, very essential for testing how your key is really going to look like. So I've set a little marker here so I can kind of work off this single frame. And I'll come over here and grab my Ultra key, drop it right on my clip, and go over to the effects controls. Now again, if you've never used Ultra before, it's very simple, and you can see we've got lots of different parameters that we can modify. First step, of course, is just keying out the green. So we can select the familiar eyedropper tool here, and you want to look for an area that's not sort of bright green, not the darkest green, but somewhere sort of in the middle. So I'm going to choose somewhere right around here. Here we go, like that. And right away, it looks pretty good. And you can see I've got this little sort of animation behind him. I mean, honestly, a single click and it looks pretty darn good. I mean, let's go full screen on that for a minute. Not bad. Now you can see we've got a little green spill over here, and we can probably clean up some of this. You got a little bleed over there. Again, this wasn't perfectly lit. Sometimes they aren't, and that's the key to doing this, right? We can clean these up real quickly. The key here, of course, is that without a lot of effort, we can make this look pretty good. So I just twirl down some of these things. First and foremost, you'll notice that we've got color correction here, spill suppression, matte cleanup, and matte generation. All right, we've also got separate output settings here. So if we want to look at the alpha channel, again, we can take a look at that, and you can see, down here, this is an area where we'd want to clean this up a bit, so we could increase, for instance, or rather decrease our shadows a bit, like that, just to kind of clean up some of those areas, adjust transparency and tolerance. Also, if we go to the color channel here, here's where we can work on effectively suppressing some of the color spill, and again adjusting and making some slight color corrections just so that this looks better as he's sort of moving through the frame. Roll this back up. Let's go back over to composite, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly choke the matte. Now again, this is going a little too far here. See, we start losing his ear there. So let's just pull it in ever so slightly, right around there. And let's go ahead and let's actually try and play this in full res. I think we can handle it. Again, this is my MacBook Pro Core i7 8 gig machine. Go ahead and hit play.
Adobe Beach Bash 2010 for Adobe Middle East, and we created this brand from absolutely nothing.
I mean, this is really cool, right? Now, again, you're not seeing it in full frame rate because I'm capturing with iShowU. It's playing. We've got live keying going on here. Now, again, that's not the most perfect key, so I created a preset for myself, and again, I can simply remove this and drop one of my presets on top of there. To save a preset, it's very simple. After you've made your settings inside the keyer, you just select the effect, come over here to the flyout menu, and choose Save Preset. And again, let's just go ahead and we'll put this to quarter res so we can play it with my background, and there it is.
And we're actually trying to export it throughout the middle.
All right.